builds our communities. It is our light, our love, our laughter. Sport's got your back, and so do we.
Tēnā hoki anō tātou e te whānau, nau mai, hoki mai, ki tō tātou nei, kēmu tuarua mo te rangi nei, mai I te whenua a tāhua, I Maraitai, I Tāmaki Makaurau. Whānau, welcome back. We have an exciting men's open game for you now. Manukau Rams versus the Northern Strikers with some exceptional players in this game. Looking forward to seeing what they've done overnight, how connected they've become, and you can see from the images, these teams are keen to play. Maya, what do you think is going to happen in this game?
Yeah, this was the game I was looking forward to this morning, the last of our round-robin matches in our men's grade. We've seen the Manukau Rams on the live stream yesterday do a great job and get over the top of the team they played, and the Northern Strikers have been the clear favourites. I think they sit number one at the moment. When you've got individuals in the team like Sinclair, then you know this is going to be an awesome shootout. And again, a comment I made yesterday, seeing Shaq and Matty together, that was just so cool, seeing Shaq and Matt Sinclair together, working together. So, yeah, a huge amount of attack, both teams. Looking forward to it. Huge ramifications for the remainder of this tournament.
Absolutely. Big family representation in the Manukau Rams with the Matatau whānau having 3 players represented there. Walter Tukurangi is on today. Looking forward to seeing those players come to the fore. Across with the Northern Strikers, Te Tuhi Tuta will be someone to watch, and always Shaq Stone offers a lot of experience and flair. Daniel Burgess will be very good today. He had a good start to his tournament.
Yep, all the Urban Burgess boys played really well. Come to expect that. They're just solid. Starting off as the Northern Strikers. Right to left on our screens. Just starting to see the sun lift a little higher in the sky, which allows us to see more of the field. Oh, straight back to the middle. What was that play you talked about? Is that the Uber?
Sometimes it's just a quickie back and they get a nice follow. And let's have a look at this, Maya. Let's have a look at the try here. Crossover quickie, gets it back, looks for the follow inside and beats the defender. Good honesty there. One of those things where you have to move really quickly towards the ball, not worry about the player you're marking, but get to space.
Yeah, I like that comment you made. Don't follow the player, follow the ball. That's the thing that's important. Great start to the game for the Strikers. We've seen it 4 of the 6 games in the first set of the game. A touchdown being scored. This is the check you talk about.
Yeah, and they pull a penalty. Yeah, exactly, Maya. Checking, pulling players out, making them have to come. That's the rules. You've got to get out of that 7. The more checks as they go again on a crossover quickie. Dives under between the 3-2. Great sliding defence.
I like this referee group. Mitchell Bailey, Ben McLaughlin and Jimmy Wong.
Really nice long slide dive. Core skill for all our players to learn nowadays, Maya, is that slide dive. If we can do it from a really young age. Throws a long, tries for the little bobble over the top.
Yeah, it's a real different dive from any other of the football codes. Most times you see diving, like unfortunately the try last week against the Warriors, they're jumping 6 stories in the air, whereas in touch, that's definitely a hazard to the diving. Need to be along the ground, ball on the ground, a metre out sometimes, Shane.
Yep, it's so important to teach the defensive line to bend at the hips to get low to ground. So many touchdowns in the game now are from sliding underneath the defenders, so teach them to drop their hips. Nice quickie, slides again, trying a little punish. The referee's going to confer with the sideline.
Could only be for a forward pass off the ruck. Yep, otherwise that would have been a touchdown. As referee Wong said to the defending player, you were short of the scoreline.
Yeah, great work by Jimmy, our referee. Had a look at the sideline, got a second opinion.
And this is where the strikers are so good. Through this orange zone, unfortunately, another forward pass off the ruck. I think if you played at Nationals, you know this has been an area that the referees have been told to watch out for, and it's just tactically smart to be aware of that. Just get that timing right.
Yeah, I know the New Zealand coaches might have been watching a lot of the NTL and Australian stuff to see how the referees are interpreting the game. The referees from Australia will make up such a big contingent in finals games, and as you'd know, and so understanding what their interpretations are important at this level. You've had a few games and finals at World Cups, mine refereed with Australians. Was there anything that you had to adjust to or that they did differently when you were reffing?
I think the fortunate situation that I was in is we reffed a lot of Trans-Tasman games together. It was always pretty much myself and Dave Baggio, and therefore the team coming in came into the way that we were the third referee coming in reffed it the way that we did. So there wasn't really any differences, which was great, and obviously makes it easier for the teams. It's hard when you play your whole life one way, you've been reffed this way, and then you go to an international tournament and suddenly there's different interpretations. Should it happen? No. Does it happen? Absolutely.
Badge was still reffing at the recent ETLs in Australia. Myers still out there. Got a nice final game too. As we see, the Rams running down 3-2. Running between that middle link, always asking questions.
Unsure of the need for that pass. However, good defence from the strikers with a lot of touches the Manukau Rams had then. The strikers team impressed me yesterday on their defence, scoreline defence, Shane, just with how connected they were. Everyone was on the same page.
Yeah, they lift and drop really well. Probably the best lift-drop team that we saw on the field yesterday, and also probably the best team at rucking through the middle. And if you can have good defence and good yards, you're going to be there or thereabouts.
Hear a bit of noise coming out of the Rams sub-box there. They weren't happy with a few of those touches.
Yeah.
Extra pass.
I like the way they ask the questions of the ref. They're not criticising. They're just saying, hey, hey, hey. As we see the Rams flying away. Did he get it away in time? What does the referee say? Yeah, he's happy with that. Drew the defender, popped it over the top. Unmarked winger for the corner. There's that three. Runs at that 3-2 lane again. Wingers caught, shoulders in. Not sure if the link's going to make it. 3-2 lane.
The impressive thing for me, Shane, with that is the yard set was actually not that good. The fifth touch didn't even have a drive on it, but they keeping their depth meant that they could just run into the lanes that they were, draw and pass. And it really looked like a lot of the Australian tries that they used to score against the New Zealand teams. Just simple draw and pass, creating numbers.
Yeah, and really tricky for defenders when you've got attackers running at you fast and you've got to make decisions as you're retreating. All the advantages with the attacking team, they're running forwards, they're running fast, you're retreating, hard to defend.
Yep. We see now the strikers, not much on at the moment. Running into a 32 peel, throws long. Yeah, the thing for me, in all the games that I reffed, there was a real noticeable difference. The Australians, no play was dead. I often found that when doing yards, a lot of our New Zealand teams would run to the defender and make the touch, and then they would move off, where the Australians would never make the defensive job easy. If you were coming up to make the touch, well, I'll pass it to my next mate. So the ball was always live. So a lot of times the Kiwi teams would be getting back ready for the next 7 metres, but play hadn't finished. We see a beautiful scoop here.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Maya. They make you work hard in defence. They make you work hard in attack. They never give you an easy touch. They'll try and move your body around, take your thigh muscles, take your quad muscles, take your calf muscles, and then wait for the end of the tournament until you're pretty sore. But, yeah, they do manipulate the player well. And I'm starting to see that in the men's games now as we're starting to check off more, get to the side of players, get into some space. See this here, this is what they're doing here, moving the defender, that's the play, moving the defender. No team does it better than this team here. Going short side, we've got a cut, so we must have 4-3 this side, but he's throwing an intercept. good measured of his pace, takes the yards, gets it down, and we see the Rams driving in a transition play. Need a dummy half here.
Unfortunately, Durban Burgess cut there. I thought Shaq created numbers with his footwork on that short side.
They'll talk about that in the box. Always a good idea to try and stay your outside and let the player with the ball do some work. Nice 3-3 drive, goes short side, steps back.
There's definitely someone happy with that call. I think it was Anthony Filipina, the assistant coach, or manager, sorry, for this Manukau Rams team. 1-1. It's been a really hot game, even though there's only been 2 touchdowns, Shane.
Yep.
First 8 minutes of this, the first half of our second live stream game on day 2. Nice touch there. So hard for the defenders to go backwards to the scoreline when you've got the attacker just sprinting forward at you. 33 PL in the middle, decides to go short.
I think he's got this down, Meyer. I think he beat the winger to the corner.
So does the referee for the second touchdown for this Manukau Rams team, the first lead they have in this game. We just see a nice little loop play, draw and pass, ball down, I think by the number 5 for the Manukau Rams, Sergio Johnson. We'll get a better view here.
Yeah, got them on a rooster play.
Great call from the ref.
Another shout out to our sponsors who we are extremely grateful for providing this event. SAS, Silverfern, Asics for all your footwear needs, and Amohe Te Waiora. We are stronger without alcohol, whānau.
Interesting here, another little hui between our two. Kaiwawa. Just not sure whether the ball was down. Sideline referee says all clear. 2-2. Strikers hit straight back.
Really professional refereeing. Stopping the game, talking to each other for 5 seconds, making really sure of the call. Players on the field, they can live with those decisions where the referees have consulted with each other and they are in agreement.
Yep, the players want the right decision. If it takes a little bit more time to get there, then so be it. You might see, for those tuned in, a lot of numbers like 19, 21, 25. You don't normally see that. Normally, our teams at Nationals are only allowed to register 16 players and use 14 in a game. But here they're allowed up to 20 players, so we're starting to see a few higher numbers in there. And also, I think, with the strikers sitting on top of the table, I'm not sure they're resting some players, but I think they're giving other players a little bit more of an opportunity.
Absolutely, Maya. This is an opportunity to bring through talent of all ages. We've seen some 15-year-olds out there yesterday that are in our pathway programs, giving them experience and exposure, and as well as that, the intensity of the games. It's played at a high pace. It can be quite physical, and so you do get injuries. We've already seen a couple of teams that have lost between 2 and 3 players over the course of day one. As we see the strikers feeding the ball out.
Great chase down there from the winger.
Chase.
Thought the strikers had them. Yeah, an excellent concept. Every team, 20 players, 5 teams. That's 100 of the best here, Shane. That was a rugby line. That got quite interesting, that one. 2-2 though, as we crept into the last 10 minutes of this half.
Beautiful catch pass skills. Outside hand, great touch.
Rams straight back on the job. Fresh legs on now. 2 touches, I think.
Strong drive by the Rams. They come back open side. Little hole. That's where you want that bump ball, Maya. You just throw it short, get around the back and hope for a pass. As we see the Raiders bringing it off. They bring it far side with a relay. Away from their box, but spreading the defenders. Got a strong lift by the Rams player. Well done. Middle hedge defence there.
Yeah, looked a little bit disorganised there in the middle, didn't they, Shane? Good defence by the Rams team. You can feel the energy just in the back of their box. They really seem up for this one.
Yeah, uncharacteristic of the Northern Strikers. They're very strong through the field, so they'll be looking to fix that for the second half, which is only 8 minutes away.
Yep, don't quote me on this, but I think the Rams are currently sitting 4th. But a win here. Oh, as we have
There's the lane. Has he got the toe? There's a brilliant chase by the far winger. Is he going to make it? Touchdown. Beautiful lane run by our number 8 from the Northern Strikers, Te Tuta.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed about that. The Rams, they were hot on attack. Unfortunately, a great play, defensively sound, lifting up off the line, putting himself in that passing lane you so often talk about, Shane. And then the gas. I thought the winger coming across was going to get there at one stage.
Yeah, Te Tuhi, part of a long-standing touch family. Uncles, aunties, all involved in the game. Uncle Eric Dayberg played for New Zealand. Auntie Claire Dayberg played for New Zealand. His other aunt, family members, the late Marama Tuta, beautiful player. Uncle Mitch Tuta, another beautiful player. And, of course, one of his cousins, Jermaine Dayberg, plays for the Sharks. Many a test match for New Zealand. And before Harry Griffin, had probably the best slide dive in the game, did Drummy. Saw him at the NTLs recently, playing men's open, and still going strong. I remember changing his nappies when he was a young kid.
I'm sure he'll be happy to know that you did that for him, Shane.
He has actually commented on that many a time. It was a life-changing moment for him. Okay, as we see the Rams hot on attack now. No, oh! Faking the dive, popping up. No team does those little trick plays better than the Rams. They are lethal on attack, and they play a lot of free ball play. Look at that, looking for the dive. Oh!
And it was the sell by the passer to put that ball in his right hand. It made the defender think he was going to dive, and then the ability to pop it off was pretty awesome. But straight into it, other strikers.
Yeah, if there's one team that can hurt you on attack, it's the Rams.
Good set of D from the Rams. Oh, nice lift. Oh, that's a great touch there. Can't quite number 8. The man you just talked about, Tuhi Tuta. Excellent lift, nice and early. Caught the attacker unawares, and a nice strong red touch, as you refer it to, Shane.
Yeah, unfortunate the pass was high. He had to catch a high pass and get the ball down at the same time with a player running at him. If the pass is a good one, we probably don't lose the ball. As we see the sweep play, lifts high at link, pushes him back to the middle. Love the link play there by the Rams, lifting high to cut off the sweeper and sending him back to the numbers. Rooster. Ooh, Link came in a long way to slam that. Great play. Shirt.
Good D there from the Rams. Hit the defender. Fresh set after that roll ball. 2 touches up to the 10-metre line.
One of the best touches in the game. I got his sleeve. But they were playing in singlets.
Knowing you probably still got the call from the ref, Shane.
Beautiful scoop.
Ram sub-box, thinking that they might have been back 6, not 7.
Yeah, it's so important, the box, though, Maya. Getting good box energy. You've got 6 players on the field, and you've got 8 defenders in the box. Using your box to good effect, giving them the energy, making sure they're looking after their players. So if I'm a middle on the box, I'm talking to my middles on the field, encouraging, and putting another 10% of energy out onto the field from your box. Most teams that are effective on the field have effective boxes.
Just a steady set here by the Strikers team. We see Matt Sinclair hand on the ball now. Just inject that pace. They look to come back towards him. Touch called. There's not too much remonstrating from the attacker there. It's a bit of a grind now in this game. Hasn't had a touchdown for a while. 3 minutes to go, first half.
Yeah, it's an arm wrestle for sure, Maya. 3-2 to the Northern Strikers. Not much in it.
Definitely one of the 14% we see there, Clayton. Beautiful left to right passer.
Yeah, the men's skill set at this level, they can pass equally well on both sides.
I remember the youth nationals this year, and I was just so impressed with the extra passings that was done in the game, particularly through that orange zone. Good strike dump here. Shaq now with the ball. Good defence though, lifted up off the line.
Okay, Rams looking to bring it off the field. The longer the score stays tight, the more the Rams will be a danger and a threat. Teams like this with strong attacking prowess, if you don't get a couple of touchdowns on them, they will hurt you. And now you're starting to see they're starting to throw the ball around, manipulate, causing problems. This is right up there, Ali. Oh! Did I call it or did I call it, Maya? I can predict the future.
Yeah, another one of those touchdowns that we've seen 4, 5, 6 of in the previous game. It wasn't really a move or anything like that. It was just simple manipulation of the body, going between two defenders, which looked like they were in the space and were quite in their right to make the touch. Touch not made, gets through the number 8, Chase Pomatato. And now an early turnover by the Strikers.
Yeah, two phenomenons in New Zealand touch. Counties Manukau area, the Bay of Plenty area, natural attackers. Some of the greatest flair in our game is there. And if we're to beat those teams in Australia, we're going to need that flair. And this is what they bring, and you've seen it there.
Well, I'm sure the Northern Strikers aren't worried at all. Again, I think there's a whole bunch of new combinations that they're playing. Players that may have not had many games previously. And the thing for me, when you've got people in your team like Sinclair, you know your team's got a couple of gears that they can shift into.
Yep. What you'll see in the second half, I predict, Maya, is they'll get together, the Northern Strikers, and they'll try and ruck the Rams off the paddock. They'll go back to rucking, and they'll try and ruck them off the paddock, and then Maddie will get involved, Maddie Sinclair, and they'll try and bring the game home from there. For the Manukau Rams, I'd be letting them know that they're going to be rucked hard and they're going to have to be on their game in terms of rucking. Probably put some strong touches on, try and dislodge the ball. 10 seconds to go. They're going to have one scoop here. On 5 seconds, no dummy half. They're going to miss. Oh, he's away. Oh. They've got 3 seconds. Roll the ball. Get one play in. Roll the ball. Now go now. Just drive. We're going to lose that opportunity.
And there we have it. What an outstanding half of touch between the Northern Strikers and Manukau Raiders as we go into this halftime break. 3-3. Koe e tawhiti haere whānau.
The kaupapa of a Mōhia Te Waiora is to promote alcohol harm minimisation that is mana enhancing, community owned and strength based. A Mōhia Te Waiora means to uphold wellness. It's designed to be championed by communities, whānau and people who want to change the place of alcohol in our society. We support local and cross-government actions that make alcohol less visible, less affordable and less available to help shift social norms. This is our contribution to a healthier and more equitable Aotearoa, because we're stronger when we kōrero together, work together, support each other, haka together, take the field together, awhi each other, be there for each other, manaaki one another, stand together. Let's reduce alcohol harm, Aotearoa.
Sport. It feeds our lives, builds our communities. It is our light, our love, our laughter. Sport's got your back, and so do we.
Kia ora team, George here from Touch NZ. Now we all enjoy a bit of touch, but without a proper warm-up, the chances of being injured are massively increased. So to keep you on the field and out of the emergency room, Touch NZ have made a short and easy warm-up series for all levels, proven to lower the chance of injury by close to 50%. So head on over to our site and check them out. Play safe, play smart.
Tēnā hoki anō tātou e te whānau, nau mai hoki mai ki tō tātou nei Kēmu tuarua. I wainganui e te Northern Strikers ki te Manukau Raiders. Aroha mai mo taku he, I kōrero atau ko ngā Rams. E hara tērā I te tika ko te Raiders tērā. Really exciting game here, Maya. It's been a fast first half. The Raiders have come straight back into this game with force. We talked about it before the half-time. What do you think is going to happen in the second half? What are the players going to do?
Yeah, exactly what your comments were prior to the half-time break. With regards to the Northern Strikers, probably regrouping now, and again, like what you see, are going to ruck them off the park. So that's what I'm expecting. But this Rams team, they've got their tails up. We can hear the comms in their sub-box. They're really keen. They know they're in this game. They know that this is the top team, so they won't want to lose any arm wrestle here.
E tika ana koe e hoa, kua tīmata te Kēmu, kei te anga whakamua nā Rams, nā Raiders I tēnei wā, e whiti mai ana, a tamanui te rā I konei, the sun is shining brightly. E titiro ana mātou ki ngā Northern Strikers, ki ngā Manukau Raiders, he ori te piro, toru ki te toru.
The first set after coming out from half-time, particularly if you're on attack, was a really key set for me. If I put my coaching hat on in terms of, you know, the opposition have gone in there, they've talked about making adjustments. If you can go put one on them straight away, it almost throws everything they talked about out of their heads, and you just wrestle that momentum back.
As we see there, the momentum definitely with the Raiders. They're forced a turnover early. They're in the game on the scoreboard. They will be difficult to stop as they come short side. Touch made.
I think that was Nat Turner who made that touch. You don't get on the outside of him too often.
Sweeper coming, as we know. Nice lift off the line. He rangi a tāhua tēnei, he rangi paki. Beautiful day here. This will be our last commentary for about 45 minutes. Maya, will we be going for a swim?
I'll be going for a fish. You might be going for a swim.
As we see the Raiders late cut. 3-2, go straight to winger. Great play by the winger there, Maya. Mirrored his man like a blanket on a bed. No space between him and the attacker.
Yep, great defence. Although I'm interested in the comment you made yesterday. You said the number one thing when you get an ankle injury is to run on it.
Yeah, usually they're stingers. So the player that got injured yesterday was Ariona. She was running again within 15, 20 minutes. She's running again today. Sometimes you don't know if it's a bad sprain or just kind of a stinger. And so you try and keep it moving to keep the blood flowing to get it away from the ankle area to stop it swelling. And if it takes too long or it's not, well then you're fine. You know you've got to go off. But try and keep it moving as quickly as possible because they usually come back.
You talked about the Strikers wanting to ruck them off the park. Well, they just did it then, Shane, and Matt Sinclair earned the team a penalty. Fresh set on the line.
Oh!
That was a really interesting sort of picture that we got there with the linked defender for the Manukau Rams, almost looking like he was in arm's reach of being able to make that touch, but mirrored out, went out on the outside, and unfortunately the inside defender step two behind. Great start, Strikers.
Sorry, Maya, we talked before the half. We expected them to ruck them off the field to respond, and we expected Maddie Sinclair to start to lead the team. That's what big players do in the big games. They try and take the game by the scruff of the neck and impose themselves on the game. That's what we said before the half. That's what's happened. Let's see if there's going to be some more of it. As the Raiders come back.
You very rarely see a pass that gets thrown around the back of a defender not be a touch and pass, but we've seen one here. Timely strike back just when the Strikers wrestled back a bit of the momentum. The Rams have come down. Excellent attack. Got one back, 4-all.
Yep, we said it before the half. This team, as long as they're in the game, they will throw impossible passes and they will come off.
Oh, good little extra pass here. Nat Turner just taking the second touch.
The Raiders pride themselves on their attack. They put a lot of effort and energy to it. They take a lot of pride in their attack, Maya. It's their area of specialty. They're going to be tested on their defence now. Just as we said it, Maya, they will be challenged on their D, and the Northern Strikers strike straight back. Little follow.
Does this go back to what you talked about in terms of follow the ball, not the player?
Follow the ball, not the player. The ball is the problem. The ball is the threat. See the defender coming too late and coming across his scoring line. Needed to get a V line and come out to the defender who was about to receive the ball. So attack to ball, defend to ball, sorry.
3 touchdowns in 3 sets. Shane, the floodgates have opened. Rams will want to make sure they're still open for this set. As we see Clayton in the middle, goes into dummy half. Little.
Oh, that was a scoring opportunity. Northern Strikers will be happy with that. They defended the attack, and now they get a turn, and it stops the scoreboard moving. So they'll count that as a win.
Yeah, that pass was went for the link channel, and it was almost long enough where it reached the winger. There's a red touch there. Glad the referee let that go. The attacking player was in no position to roll that ball. Sometimes when you get 2 or 3 red touches in a row as a referee, you start to think things are getting out of hand and you need to throw a penalty. But there was great composure there by the referee at the time.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. The referees at this tournament are fantastic. Says that one's a little bit too hard.
Just need to be disciplined and trust your team, trust what you've been working on. Something like that where you're trying a 50-50 a turnover. Not sure that's ever really helpful.
Raiders coming down the field. Still 5-4 in our scoreboard. Plenty of time in this game. 14 minutes. Got a sweeper coming round. Hits the advantage line. Gets it early. Like the way that he's manipulating the defender. He runs straight at the toucher and then takes him to the outside.
The cool thing about the Rams too, and you talked about how natural attack comes to them, there's so many attackers in their team, isn't there? So it's not like you look up, you see Matt Sinclair there and you know that this is where we need to put our focus on. It could be any one of the 6 players in this Rams team.
Yep, they're all lethal attackers as we see the Northern Strikers putting on that yards pressure. Oh, we've got a high link. Is he got... Ref's whistle's gone. What's he said? Touch same time?
I imagine it was the touch made.
Touch same time?
At the same time. One of our sideline mics picking up comments there from the sub box. I really liked just the energy that was coming out of that strikers box as doing their set of yards, just trying to put pressure on the referees, saying they might not be back 7 metres.
Nice ball. You see the Rams defender getting right up in that lane.
Looks like the touch might have been made with the foot.
Very possibly. Great spotting by the referee, as you know, Maya. We have the benefit of a replay. They've got to make a decision instantly.
The other thing is players' credibility, and Nat Turner, really, really honest player. Good defence, much better connection there between the 2 middles.
Nice strong lift, as you saw, up high off the line. Setting here for a strong platform, 32 platform. Passive out the back. Yeah, nice lift from Link.
It seems as if it's taking the Rams a long time to adjust. Once they pull a corner to get back tight and go towards where the ball has gone to.
Yeah, they're probably worrying about their other defender, and so they're in 50-50 land, not sure whether to stay or should I go. Nice checking now. Over the top. Oh,
forward pass.
Stood on an ankle there. That can be a dangerous one.
Touch and pass, it looks like that.
Yeah, looks like he has damaged his leg. Yep, but he's okay. He's limping off. Keep running that one off. Beautiful thing, adrenaline. It can keep you going.
Good first set there, straight up the gut, Shane. Getting the strikers.
They've definitely improved, Maya, in their yardage. They're more purposeful, less errors, and they're driving the ball forward and they're running fast. They've played that play a couple of times where they fake the scooper and come the short side with the scooper, try and pull the winger up and throw to the unmarked winger.
I love the intensity today. You hear the teams, they seem to be a lot more into these games. Nice step, good extra yards. Probably just needed to take that touch, keep the momentum going. You hear the sub boxes. Both sub boxes are really starting to get rowdy.
Yep, this game's got energy. The players want to perform and they want to do well. Decides to go open. Short ball. So important on that little short one to drop the ball low rather than high. So you're closer to the ground and can just drop it straight to the ground rather than pulling it down.
Didn't quite see that one, but really unforced error there from the Strikers team. It's good to see the Rams here, just taking their time. No need to be in a hurry. They're in the part of the field they want to be in.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with our referee, Jimmy. Just the fitness work that he's been putting. A lot of our referees doing the extra fitness, training as hard as players to be fit for this game. What's Jimmy say here? He's having a check. He's happy. Explains it, points to the spot, and awards the touchdown. Had a look at his sideline as we look on our SAS replay. Check off.
Yeah, this was just 1v1. Mano. I'm going to make the touch here and I'm going to beat you back to the scoreline, and that's exactly what he did. And just full credit to the dummy half who had to take a couple of steps to get in front to ensure it wasn't a forward pass.
Yeah, he ran at the toucher, Meyer, asking the toucher to make 2 touches in a row. Probably the middle on the inside needed to run the V line, go straight across the link and hit the ball carrier. Sweep coming. Comes back open side, 4-3. Yeah, beautiful lane. Hits a player in the back.
I'm loving hearing the comms come out of the box, Shane. This is more like it. This is when you know it means something.
Yeah, at 5-all, everyone's excited. Go 32. Fake, throws the hater. Still numbers on.
Second penalty again. Referee not happy.
Meyer, after 3 penalties in a row, what happens?
The third offending player on the defensive team will be removed from the field. They'll go to the sideline, and their team will remain 5-on-6. What I've never seen is another 3 penalties given on the scoreline. See if they're going to remove someone else.
How long will they stay off the field for, Meyer?
Until their team next gains possession of the ball. Oh, great work.
Yeah.
Sinclair. Unfortunately, the left-hand middle just didn't think that his partner on the right was going to get there, so had to turn in to help him out, which left the space here between the middle and link, wide open for the Northern Strikers. Now they take out 1 touchdown lead over this Manukau Rams team, 6-5.
Yeah, Matty Sinclair's been on or involved in those last 2 touchdowns. That's a mental approach to the game. When you're a big-time player, when you're an experienced player, you know in yourself mentally you have to perform. And he's just taken a real strong mental approach to this game, the top 2 inches.
His speed is almost unmatched, and that's the one thing that blew me away at the Open Nationals. The amount of times he went into dummy half and was just scooping through, and there was no defence within cooey of him. You see an intercept there from the Strikers. Great positioning from their winger.
Yeah, I challenge the unmatched comment there, Maya. I have run that fast.
And then you woke up and had breakfast, but Strikers now 4th touch coming up.
You are right, though. These players are incredibly fast. When they turn the light off at night, they're in bed before it gets dark, Maya. As we see the Strikers tacking hard towards the Rams line. 2-on-1. Touchdown. Wonder if the link was able to release his winger to go to man here. We've run short side. So we've... runs open. Winger caught in.
Yeah, Shackstone doing a great job of engaging 3 defenders, which is why Rehana, the winger, had the easiest dot down he's ever had. That's 3 in a row, I think it is, for the Northern Strikers. They've now gone out to a 2-touchdown lead. The Rams really need to hit back immediately, just for their own confidence, not wanting to let this game slip away any further than it has.
Strong touch. Yeah, the Raiders have really picked up their rucking game, and their main players have come to the fore at the other end of the field. So you've got your rucking team doing their job, then the attackers are coming on and doing their job. Roles and responsibilities.
Rams seem to have gone away from what was working for them in the first half. Maybe that's what the defence of the Strikers has caused. I love that call. Excellent call. So often when teams are transitioning through the orange zone, they'll just suck all the way back and then referees catch them too late and then go, okay, you've got to move forward next time. No, they had to move forward then. Great call from the referee. Player's short. Defender knows it. That was an excellent passage of refereeing there from that young man.
Certainly was. Watch the sweeper attack the toucher. He'll come straight at the toucher, then take him outside. Squares the defender, gets his feet planted firmly in concrete, and then moves to the outside, beats him to the line.
So for you, that short side link just has to step up and hit it?
So I prefer that we get that the link and the winger drop quickly and get up into that lane and create an ugly picture for that sweeper.
Errors now for the Rams.
Yeah, they're going to chase the game now. This can be difficult for the Rams because they want to they want to keep a low error rate and give themselves every opportunity to score, but they've also got to push the ball a bit.
The Strikers have really lifted. It's obvious in the second half, haven't they, Shane? It's put a extra pressure on this Rams team, and then with the scoreboard lead as well.
Yeah, see, they run that little extra pass there, what we call a mouse. They bring a player from deep, they throw the extra pass, pull the link up, and have a player coming wide. And now they've got another set of 6, I think.
Ended up going to nothing, unfortunately. But just taking time off this clock. 3 minutes, 45 left. 3 touchdown lead. Strikers not only leading on the board, but the momentum is firmly with the Strikers. First and foremost, this Rams team need to ensure no mistakes. They get to the other end, give themselves an opportunity to attack.
Forced to throw the ball around like we know, Myers. They're chasing the scoreboard, and unfortunately it comes with some risk. So after this, Maya, Northern Strikers will be our top team?
Yep, that's what I'm led to believe. So they'll go straight through to the final. And they'll play the winner of our 4th live stream game, which will be the 2-3 semi-final. Nice release straight back. Good defence, though. Yeah, this is good defence. Sometimes defence can really spark attack, can't it, Shane? There was a great defensive set there by the Rams, and you look what impact it's had to their drive. Maybe got let off with a few metres there on that one. Did Shaq. 4th touchdown now. Key touch. Set a platform for the attack. Comes open side. Looks into the link channel. Defence into transition. Beautiful touchdown by the Rams, Shane.
Yeah, you can see them coming through the field. You could see it building. You could feel it building. They had pace on. They were running at a retreating defence. Something was brewing. And again, they take full advantage of the momentum they've got through the field. They got great flow.
Excellent hit back. Still enough time for this Rams team. But as you can see, the Strikers are in no hurry. They know there's only 4 sets left in this game, 2 each.
Maya, when you were refereeing, your favourite footwear was?
Well, because I've got fat, flat, mouldy feet, I had to wear Essex.
Yeah.
They were excellent. They accommodate all shoe sizes. And when I was younger, I went for the other brands because I thought that's what you're supposed to. But I tell you what, my top performances were always in Essex. Yourself, Shane?
Absolutely. Essex, the most comfortable boots for our sport. Most players are wearing Essex nowadays.
Again, another good set here by the Rams. You can see how their defense has really sparked the energy. Look, our referees have had a fantastic performance, but it just feels like in the last 4 minutes, Shane, that the Sevens have maybe just compressed a little bit. It looks that way anyway. I'm not sure it is.
Yeah, one of the unique things is we've got 3 referees. and you've kind of got 28 players, so referees have got to keep the momentum up. They've got to watch a lot of things. They've got to, not only do they have to run, they have to make decisions in split seconds. That takes a lot of mental and physical energy, and like everyone, you get tired over the course of the game. They come off absolutely exhausted, our referees. They drink about a litre of water straight after a game.
Good set here, nice platform so far. They want to keep this momentum. They won't want to pull back, like unfortunately it has happened.
Strikers have got 2 defenders up, Maya. Now they've got 3. Nice hedge. Throw the out ball. Oh, pop up. Are we going to play that? Yeah,
Touchdown.
Well done. Really liking the spirit of the Rams. They're not going away. And they've got time to pull this game back to 8-all. There's time on the clock. Oh, drat.
Yep, great spirit. Excellent term you used there, Shane. You could hear it from the coaches. They kept on going, but the Strikers just took the game away from the Manukau Rams, even though it said Raiders on the scoreboard. 8-7. We're going to take a break, but we'll be back in about 50 minutes. Mo tonu mai.